Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. Alright, so we made it to the end of the weekend, everyone, and I've been checking out, of course, all of the neat little spoilers we've been getting from Lord of the Rings, but we'll talk about that, of course, in some future YouTube clips and stuff. For now, though, we have yet another exciting and fun deck that you can play today on a budget, at least maybe an arena for today. But what deck are we going to be playing with today, you may be wondering? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's just jump into right now and show you exactly what we're going to be playing with today. So join me, of course, in the Pioneer format as we put together a deck that is focusing on, as usual, +1/+1 counters, usually in this color, and of course going wide with tokens, also usually in this color. But in any case, it's still a fun deck just the same, and also I was trying my hardest not to rely again on making another Brawl deck. So that's why we're going to be doing Pioneer today with a deck that is built around the Astonishing Ant-Man and Ant-Man Colony Commander, with, of course, a deck that's simply dubbed Ant-Man's Army. So that's the whole game plan for today, everyone. So, as always, we're going to go over briefly the deck as a whole. We'll talk about all the cards in the deck. We'll talk about the stats in just a moment. We'll go over as many games as we can in the best of one here in the Pioneer format, ranked. And then, of course, we'll then play the upgraded version of the deck that we'll be showing you off in just a little bit. So, before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about this deck as a whole. So, long-time viewers of the channel know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, Ant-Man's Army here is going to be, as I mentioned, Simic colors with an average mana curve of about 2.1. In total, we have 15 creatures, 16 instants, 5 sorceries, 4 enchantments, and 20 lands. So, the whole idea behind the deck is going to be playing with, of course, both versions of Ant-Man here that was in the Marvel set. So, starting, of course, with the 2-drop, we have the Astonishing Ant-Man here, Human Scientist Hero. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Astonishing Ant-Man. And for 3 mana and tapping them at any point in the game at instant speed, you can start making that many 1/1 green creature insects. 1/1 green insect creature tokens. It's just, words are hard, by the way. Based upon however many counters you want to remove off him. So, for example, if, say, like, Ant-Man here has, like, I don't know, like 5 counters on him, and you remove, say, like 4, you're going to get 4 insect tokens. With Ant-Man Colony Commander here, this one's a human rogue hero. So this version of Ant-Man says whenever he attacks, you can pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Anytime you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, you create a 1/1 green insect creature token. However, you can only do this once each turn, so not super fast, but that's okay. The whole idea, at least, is you can still make his ability trigger off without actually even the swing with him. So that's actually a really cool idea. So the idea with these, of course, is with this, we draw cards, we start putting counters on this Ant-Man. With that, we create insects with this version of Ant-Man out as well. So they kind of work in tandem together kind of nicely there. Granted, of course, because they are legendary, you can only have, of course, just one on the field. But that's okay. We can still make that work with what we're going to be doing here. So keep in mind, again, I do want to remind you guys that this is going to be a budget, and I'm going to say that in quotes over here. You can't see it, but I'm just kind of wiggling some fingers here. So, quotes. This is arena budget. So, if you're going to play this in actual paper, it's going to be a little expensive for one card we'll talk about in just a moment. However, in order to support this plan, we need to make many more tokens. So besides that, we have a little bit more support from Final Fantasy Quina Q Gourmet. So this is a 3 mana legendary creature Q that says if 1 or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 green frog creature token are created instead. You can sacrifice a frog at any time to put a +1/+1 counter on Quina here. So this is actually a really cool card. And actually, this one goes pretty well synergistically with the rest of our plan here. Because, again, we create those tokens with our Ant-Man. And then Quinoa here starts creating tokens on top of the Ant tokens we get. But, however, if we sacrifice the frog tokens that he makes, we put +1/+1 counters on him, which, again, goes back into this version of Ant-Man, which creates another counter, and of course you can just keep looping this near infinitely as long as you have enough mana open. So that's actually kind of a cool little 3-color card synergy with all 3 of them. So we need to make sure we can keep the draw going, and we'll just need to make sure we can support the game plan. So starting in the 1-drop slot, to get our card draw engines going, we're going to use Consider here, so Surveil 1, and simply just draw a card. So instant speed helps to trigger off Astonishing Ant-Man, so good for us. We're also going to use Grand here. I know what you may be thinking, like, wait, we're not a lesson deck. I mean, we actually kind of are, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But Grand here, I like her because, for one, anytime she becomes tapped, you draw a card and discard a card. So this does trigger off Ant-Man here, this version, of course, to start putting counters on him. So what is nice is, even if we're not like a full-on lesson deck, she actually is pretty good with what she's trying to do. So that's the reason why we want her in the deck. Decent little early-game attacker to help filter through our deck. Maybe throw away the other extra legendaries we don't need at any given point, and just help us keep churning through our deck to get to what we do want. However, we are struggling with lands because, again, our land count is a little low, but trust me, we can make this work with Bushwhack here. You can use this to dig out a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle, or use it as a fight spell to remove something out of the way that maybe Ant-Man has a bit of trouble getting through, by the way. Morbid Nymph, no mana dorks? No, there is no mana dorks, so trust me on this one. I know, it's a little bit on the spicy side, but it will work. I've tested it out a little bit here. I think it should be fine, because the idea is we'll use Bushwhack, of course, to dig out the lands we need, and we're also going to use Growth Spiral here, so draw a card at instant speed, put a land card from our hand onto the battlefield. So for this version, I know it does seem a little clunky, but I think it's also because when I did testing with mana dorks originally, Morbid Nymph, yeah, they kept getting blown up, so it felt like our deck wasn't doing anything. So I'd rather we just use actual cards here, just pull out the lands and make sure we have them in our hand guaranteed. To protect our plan, also, we're still going to use Snakeskin Veil, so this puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature and give it hexproof to protect it for until end of turn. So again, another counter, put on Ant-Man here, creates those tokens for us that we definitely want to start doing and churning out as much as possible. To help us, again, put more incremental counters on stuff, to say, like, maybe we can attack for whatever reason, we'll throw in Innkeeper's Talents. This is, again, one of our rares in the deck here. At the beginning of your combat, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. At level 2, permanents you control will have Ward 1, so that's kind of nice to give us a light layer of protection. Not much, but it can throw off an opponent's curve whenever we need it to. Ideally, we get to level 3, and if we put one or more counters on a permanent or player, you basically get to double that. So that can make an insane amount of ants, if you will. Once we have enough on here, we can start tapping at instant speed the Astonishing Ant-Man. However, we can go even crazier than that, even on a budget here. So, of course, I know what you're all thinking. Yes, we were going to throw it in. The one and only Ouroboros here from Edge of Eternities. Love this card. Very, very expensive card, though. So just to make sure we don't go super crazy with the budget, we're only going to throw in 3 copies of it. But that should be enough for what we're going to do. This plant worm, I'm sure many of you who played Standard already know what it does, but for those that have forgotten, again, at the beginning of combat, put an X amount of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is that creature's power. So if we can get, ideally, the Ouroboros out, maybe we get a couple ants going to create a giant go-wide strategy here. With that, maybe like Innkeeper's Talent or Snakeskin Veil, put those counters on Ouroboros first, then he will put even more counters on all of our ants, and then we can start swinging really, really big very quickly. But what if we take it again one more step? So our final card will be a single copy of Echo Casting Symposium. Granted, a lot of our creatures in the deck are kind of legendary. However, again, you could target Ouroboros with this. You could target, of course, say, even the tokens themselves if you just want to start getting more and more tokens. So again, the token plan either way still works out with this. But if we can get this to go off with an Ouroboros, it's absolutely bonkers if we can. Now, to make sure we can just get this all going on, and in case we need our deck to do a little bit more, we're going to throw in Divide by Zero. Originally, in the first version of the deck, I used, you find the villains there for, again, more quicker card draw, and again, more, and a counter spell just to protect our plan. But Divide by Zero actually does provide for us a little bit of unique utility. So it has the Learn ability. With this one, you can bounce back a spell or permanent with mana value of 1 or greater to its owner's hand. So this can be helpful in matches where maybe we don't need a counter spell, but we need to bounce something back, like an aura or maybe like a creature, and then get it off the field. With the Learn ability, then we can go to the sideboard, which we'll talk about in just a moment, about what we can pull out to get extra utility for our deck. Before we do, however, as far as the mana base is concerned, again, this is a budget deck for the first half of the stream. So it's going to be 8 islands, 8 forests down the middle, and some copies of meditation pools. So this enters tapped. However, you could sacrifice the land to simply just draw some more cards. Not too often you're going to do that, but hey, it doesn't hurt to have it just in case. Now, as for what we're bouncing or pulling out for Divide by Zero using the Learn mechanic, these will be our lessons. And reminder, again, if Gran does manage to actually trigger off, it is rare with this version of the deck because we're not full on lessons, but if she does manage to cheapen the cost, this can help us out a little bit. We'll have 3 copies of Boomerang Basics here. So again, bouncing back non-land permanents, we can either do it for our opponent, but if we do it to one of our own, we can draw another card, which again, just goes back to Astonishing Ant-Man and triggers off everything else. If we need more protection besides the Snakeskin Veil, or maybe we need a blocker on the backswing, we can use Octopus Form here, giving a creature +1/+1. It's not a counter, but it still works to help us protect, and hexproof until end of turn, and then you untap the creature. If we do need some counter spells, not the best one, but again, we can pull them out at least using Divide by Zero. It'll quench you, so we'll throw in this. If we need to at just the right moment, this can hose a lot of opponents if they're not paying attention. Finally, again, Origin of Metal Bending here. We have 3 copies of this. You can destroy an artifact or enchantment with this lesson, or put a +1/+1 on a creature you control and give it indestructible until end of turn. Some matchups, the Snakeskin Veil and Hexproof may not be enough, so again, it doesn't hurt to actually have another backup way to protect your creature. For more artifact and enchantment hit, we throw in Containment Breach, just 2 copies of this. You can destroy an artifact or an enchantment with this. And then if the mana value is 2 or less, create a pest token. So sometimes, again, that token will trigger off, say, Quina here. Or again, it can just help us, again, just protect our game plan with just a chump blocker in the way. Our final 2 Our final 2 lessons of the deck are going to be Expanded Anatomy and Introduction to Prophecy here. So with Expanded Anatomy, put some counters on a creature, giving it Vigilance until end of turn. Again, just triggering off Ant-Man here, getting more counters, more stuff, again, giving something, some pump, or again, Ouroboros can also be great as well. And our final piece will be Introduction to Prophecy here. Simply just scry 2 and draw a card. If we have nothing else to do with any of our mana, just pull this out just to help us just fix and hopefully draw into what we do need. But otherwise, for a budget deck, that is the game plan, everyone. Ant-Man's army for you for Pioneer. So, as always, let's jump into the game. And again, once you see how this deck works, we'll then play the upgraded version in Ranked, and we'll see how well it can pull off some stuff. But actually, let's kind of give a bit of a warm-up. So to kind of give you an idea for what the deck is doing, we'll start first off with and I realize now I'm probably going to start changing this up a bit. So we'll start off with the budget one in non-ranked. And then from there, we'll then play a ranked one with the actual upgraded deck. Just to at least give you an idea of like what we're trying to do. I think that actually would also give the budget version of the deck a little bit more of a fair leeway. Because again, we're not trying to rank up with this per se, but if you'd want to go all out, then it would make more sense for us to play in a ranked match. Hopefully that makes sense to some of y'all out there. But in any case, let's get this going, everyone. So while we're waiting for our first opponent here, how has your week been going, everybody? Hopefully you all have been having a wonderful week wherever you're at. But also, I do want to ask, has anybody seen anything that stands out to you from the Hobbit set that's coming out soon? Are you excited for that? Is there anything in there that seems spicy or fun? I already have an idea of, again, something absolutely stupid we're going to be doing soon. If you saw my tweet over on X, you know exactly what we're going to be doing with some mono white cards. Just FYI. But until then, okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, so we got plenty of lands. That's not bad. Got our Forest, Grand, Consider. Okay. None of our major Ant-Man pieces, but that's okay. Grand can help us get to what we need. That's not too shabby. Oh, wow, we got a lot of lands, actually. Let's see. Put Grand out first. Opponent's playing with Multiversal Passage. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay, Darkslick Shores. So it looks like it's going to be Dimir. Removal. Discard. Momentum Breaker. Okay, so Edict Effect. Okay. Not fun, but it's okay, everyone. Oh, well, I guess we got we got another Grand. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. How do we want to do this, though? I think we'll start ramping instead, so we'll wait it out for a smidge. We have plenty of mana, so we should be able to start doing our thing quickly here. At least I hope we can. All right, Takenuma. Mocking Sprite. Okay. Opponent is going to be all in on fairies. Okay, that's cute. Draw another card. We'll throw down an island. We'll consider as well, so might as well start digging through our deck. Okay, I'll just keep that on. Okay. Oh, wow, we're getting we're getting all the Grands. Okay, well, that's fine, I suppose. We will Bushwhack. We'll dig out a basic. Well, this time we need a Forest. Okay, so we got our Forest. That's good. Play the Forest. Innkeeper's Talent. Put a counter on Grand. Okay. So, with the extra copies, if it does survive, we can start flipping them around here and there just to get this. No, nowhere to run. Okay, looks like our opponent's going to start playing with Edict Effects and Removal. It's going to be annoying, but not the worst for us to get through. Okay. But nowhere to run also kind of messes with us a little bit there. We'll see. See what we can do here. Let's play... I'll play the Ouroboros, but I think we'll do it this way. Tick up to level 2. Play Grand number 3. Okay, does this stick? Okay, opponents. Put a counter on Grand. Okay. I know Nowhere to Run, unfortunately, does turn off Ward. But the point we're trying to make, at least, is trying to make up some ground with the Innkeeper's Talent. Leave the Swarm. All right, Consider. Start digging into our deck. Don't need the Meditation Pool. All right, throw that away. Draw another card. No, another land. Huh. You know, for a 20-land deck, we're actually getting through more lands than I thought. Interesting. Liberty for Anime. Hello, Infernoman. Hello, Wi-Fi friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. You're seeing the middle of us getting started and trying to warm up early with our Ant-Man army. But unfortunately, we have no ants, no army. I mean, Ouroboros is not bad, but we do want at least some creatures. Okay, divide by 0. Well, let's see. We can't do both, but you know what? We'll do both. We'll just do it. Okay, Innkeeper's Talent at max. Okay, so the divide by 0, we can use that to get something else we might need out of the sideboard. We'll see what we can find, though. Stock up again. I have no idea what our opponent's trying to do here. We'll find out. Okay. They got removal. They got a Mocking Sprite. Got 14. Max for that. Okay, so we have at least a Snakeskin Veil, so... I'm trying to figure out what we want to do here, so... Play the Ouroboros. Unfortunately, Nowhere to Run still kind of messes with us a little bit there. Opponents. Now they have 3 steps ahead. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, Crystal Grotto. They're definitely in the right colors to out-tempo us, which is going to be a little frustrating here. But again, it's just a warm-up game here. We're going to get a couple more of these in, and then we'll really play the deck in full. Okay, another divide by 0. So for now, we're going to wait it out. See what else our opponent has here. And then we need to find something out of the sideboard we need to use to get out of this mess. Okay, go ring basics. Okay. How do we do this here? I guess we'll just have to wait it out. Okay, I'm going to draw another card. Nothing, unfortunately, we can reuse with our Boomerang basics, but we'll try. Okay. Makes us discard. Opponent. Swinging. They do. Okay, so this time we'll Mocking Sprite and bounce that away. So divide by 0. Okay, we learn. Okay, so for us, we can pull something out of the sideboard here we might need. So right now, get that Introduction Prophecy. And pass here, okay. Huh, where's our creatures at? Alright, well, we'll use the Introduction Prophecy here. Let's scry to dig. Okay, well, there's an Ant-Man, so... finally, okay. So... scry 2, draw a card. Play that, and... do we do this now? No, we'll have to untap first. We're going to have to wait to untap. Crawford Cigarette, do you think MTG Arena worth spending cash on? Honest opinion. Well, first off, thanks again for joining us today, my fire friend. How are you doing today? And hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. And thanks again for joining us. That's a good question. I mean, probably I'm not the right person to answer that because I spend maybe a little bit too much on Arena that I probably shouldn't be. Oh, they got 3 steps ahead. Okay, well, they got the Mocking Sprite down. But they are tapped out, so that's good. And we got our last divide by 0 coming in now. One Grumpy Gamer 2. Hello, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. I have a question. My local game shop is having a draft night for Magic. I'm still kind of new to it to know how to play. Should I go? Honestly, you should go. Why not? You definitely will. We're definitely going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so we got our first... finally, we got our ants down. Okay, and then from here... pass here. So Ant-Man has, counters on him. You're doing good? That's good to hear. But yeah, to answer that question about Arena... okay, let's see here. How do we do this? We're actually going to bounce back our spell. Opponent, do you have more removal? Or do you have another counter spell? Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. Wow. No! Jeez. Okay, so I just completely threw away a free card. Because I clicked way too fast there. Wow, that's going to cost me the game, isn't it? Ah! So... jeez. I can't believe I did that. I clicked way too fast, and I declined the divide by 0 getting a card out of the sideboard, so... ugh, that's not fun. I mean, I have the Echo Casting Symposium, which is hilarious. I guess we could clone ant tokens this way? Maybe? Got nowhere to run. Alright. Okay, well, I mean, this is unranked anyway, but wow. Okay. The paradigm does go off, so I guess that's not horrible, but still... I'm going to completely lose to a Mocking Sprite? This is actually embarrassing, by the way. Embarrassing. Wow, ugh. Sorry, I'm still kind of upset that I actually did that to myself. I'm going to be gamer. Okay, but I'm kind of scared because I still have to ask what some cards do. There's nothing wrong with asking what cards do. Okay, can't do anything with that. So we got completely hosed because... Okay, they got the Scarab God now. So Scarab God is also a frustrating thing to deal with. Yeah, I completely bungled this one. Because I was reading this chat, I realized I clicked wrong. Not blaming any of you guys. That was my fault. That's what I get for not paying attention. All right, well... At this point now, I don't think we're going to win. They'll hit us. No blocks. Go to 1. That might be it. Languish. Okay. All right. Our opponent's really janky plan somehow worked. And I'm actually kind of annoyed that it did. All right, and then that's our last card. It's a land, and wow, we flooded, and we didn't get to do really much of anything. Wow. That's sad. We're hoping we were going to try to do something there, but you know, it didn't work out. All right, it's fine. Let me check out with the count real quick. Okay. Do you have an idea of what you want to play with, one Grumpy Gamer? Is there something that you're interested in? Or are you going in just with, like... I mean, I guess I would have to ask, like, what your knowledge level is. Yes, I know you mentioned Draft Night, which is great. That's fun for you. I'm happy for you for that. But, I guess I would mostly ask you, what are you... I guess what you're hoping to do. Are you hoping to learn the game better? Are you hoping to, like, get some cool, rare cards from your draft? Let me know what is... what you're looking forward to doing. Okay, so this hand actually has our Ant-Mans. We don't have the right mana yet, but we do have Grand, so she helps us dig through our deck. Okay, Swamp. Okay. Valentine. Okay. Okay, so we do have... Let's see. We don't really have a way to deal with Valentine, at least in the main deck. But we do have options later on. Okay. Give it to Eithborn. Alright, it's fine. Down to 19. Okay, we got the Ouroboros, which is great, but we still have a little ways to go. So we're down. We'll put down Astonishing Ant-Man. No attacks. Okay. Opponent looks like they're just straight up mono black. So we'll see how that goes. You know the colors. Okay, I kind of know what the cards sort of do. Okay. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everyone starts off at some base level for the game. Oh, they're vampires. Oh, okay, Gift of Fangs. So that eliminates our creature. But that's okay. We have another Ant-Man to help us out, hopefully. Okay. Opponent, do you pay the 2 to make a token? Gift of Fangs, huh. Scheming Silvertongue, okay. Haven't seen many people play this recently, but okay. No block still. Alright. They prepare. Interesting. Alright, so for this... How do I want to do this? Okay. We can attack... No. No. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what is our best strategy here. Curve right now is a little high, so I'm trying to figure out what we can do to get around this. I wish Ant-Man could stick around, though. Okay, although that can't be countered, we can bounce it back still. So that's actually the reason why we want Divide by 0. So that actually helped us out a bit. And then... what do we want to do to get around this? Origin of Metal Bending. So that gives us a little protection. Opponent swinging. Go to 12. Okay. Snakeskin Veil. Okay. Well, that's not horrible, but not ideal. So with that... I guess we'll put down Ant-Man now. Swing. Draw into the card. We will throw away... what do we want to throw away here? Okay. The Veil. Pumps up Ant-Man. Play Meditation Pool. Okay. Alright, so we got kind of what we need. Sort of. One Gravy Gamer. I also know you need lands to summon creatures, and you can use other elements to do spells, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Okay. So from here, hold on 1 second. Do you have a favorite color you enjoy, or based on what you've played so far? Okay, Innkeeper's Talent, that's not bad either. So from here, okay. We don't have the mana that I need for what I want to do, so I'm going to draw on another. Okay, and then from here, Bushwhack. We will fight. What do we fight here? I guess that has to go bye-bye. That's gone. Cool. No attacks. Okay, so from here, trying to figure out if we have any shot of actually winning. Okay, dang, our deck's not doing its thing. One Grumpy Gamer, green, and then the yellow. Oh, okay, you mean white. Okay, cool. So green and white, Selesnya. Okay, interesting. Block here, block here. Do you have an answer, opponent? Go to 2. They lose Valentine. Do they summon their creature? Okay, Sign in Blood. Oh, they make us draw, and we lose. Okay, well, not looking good so far. And considering this is not even ranked right now, we're just playing casual just to play this deck here. Huh. Interesting. Well, we're still not going to give up. We're still going to try to keep playing, obviously, for a while. We got plenty of time still. And don't worry, we will jump to a ranked version in the later half of the stream with a much more stronger version of the deck. Sorry, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, you're still learning, so not a big deal. But okay, so you are a person that has an affinity currently for green and white cards. Cool, cool, cool. If you don't mind me asking, one Grumpy Gamer, what brought you into the game? What was something that you liked about Magic that you're like, you know what? I want to play this. I want to play, and I definitely want to learn more about the game. I like to hear people's story on what they do. Well, Bushwhack, we were going to dig out a basic right now, so let's get out another forest, okay? Cool. All right, so our opponent looks like they're going to be playing with artifacts. So they got blue-white. Okay. Ooh, hell yeah. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. Not sure why they did that, but okay. Innkeeper's Talent. That's cute. So for here, play Ant-Man now. All right. Come on, Ant-Man. You can start making counters on things and start making tokens. We just got to ensure that maybe they can get by this. Halia. Actual Halia. Okay. Okay, so opponent's getting some life going. That's okay. Innkeeper's Talent. We won't actually take it up just yet. Okay, make a token. That's cute. We will pay... No, we'll decline. Does the opponent block? They do block. Okay. There we go. Now we can get our little combat trick going. Nice. Okay, their Halia is down. That's good. Okay, so we got an Ant now, and we finally have Ant-Man ready to do his thing. Nice. One Grumpy Gamer. I don't like black, but I don't understand it fully. But I had a cool experience with it when I played one card, and it brought back all my creatures from the graveyard to a full board. I mean, well, that's what black does. They love to bring stuff back from the graveyard back to the battlefield. They do their thing that way. That is cool. I was at a local card shop, and I watched people play it, and it was interested me a lot. So it also the fact that you can make a deck dedicated to cats. Oh, well, actually, hilariously enough, while it wasn't our best deck, like a week and some ago, we actually put together a cat deck that you can put together for cheap if you're interested. It is out there. Let's see. What do we want here? Astonishing Ant-Man. Okay. We will tick up this time. Okay. Put a counter on this version of Ant-Man. All right, so our ants are coming. The ants go marching one by one. Cool. Okay, so you can see right here, now we're finally starting to get our thing going here. Finally, we have our ants. Ooh, opponent. Playing. Okay, Vision. Do they draw a card? Ugh. So this is probably going to take away one of our ants, unfortunately. Which one do they take? Astonishing Ant-Man or Ant-Man Colony Commander? As I figured. Okay, opponent pays the war cost. Aw, our ant's gone. Okay. Fortunate, but that's okay. So, here's actually what you can do that's actually fun with the deck. Okay, so here's what we do. Ouroborite. Finally. Okay, now we get to see what I've been trying to tell you guys. So we put first off a counter on Ouroborite. It makes a token trigger. That goes off. Everything just got pumped. All right, now we got some big ants. Big ants. Boom. Down to 6. Okay. Well, unless, opponent, you got 1 turn to stop this. Cool. But that's what we want the deck to do, everybody. We want the deck to make a bunch of ants, get the Ouroboros out, get it big, and everything can do its thing. Okay. I was playing with... Okay. So, does Ouroboros go by? Oh, wow. Okay. No, I'm just going to keep paying that tax. That's fine. Annoying, but not the worst. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Oh, okay. They want to make their own big tokens. But that's fine, too. We don't care. At this point, pretty much it's going to be game over now. Going Grumpy Gamer. Is there a good black deck for beginners? I actually do have quite a few black decks that I've made over time. I'll show you that in a bit. And then, dumb question, what is a token? Okay, good question there. So, as you can see right here, oh, opponent, they gave up already. Okay, well, that's our first win for today, everyone. Nice. Okay, okay, real quick, before I exit out of the game. So, on the board state here, for you, one Grumpy Gamer. So, Ant-Man here has a special ability. When he attacks, we could pay 1 extra mana here, and that creates a counter that you can see right here on the screen, that +1/+1 counter to make them a little bigger. And when we add counters to any creature, we can start making these tokens. Tokens are temporary. In other words, they're not actual cards, they're just little extra pieces that do things. So say if my opponent gets rid of the token, the token's gone forever. As in, it doesn't go to the graveyard, doesn't go to exile, it's gone forever. So, just FYI. So, this would be an actual card, or one of our permanents, and this is actually a token itself. So, it's only temporary, if you will. Okay, hopefully that clears it up a little bit. I know I'm not the best at explaining these things, but I'm trying. And hopefully that helped you out a little bit. So, hey, we got our first win today, everyone. There you go. So, you got to see, that was a good example of what you want the deck to do. You want to try to create a bunch of ants, those insect tokens, going wide, and then an Ouroboros can start pumping up all of them with adding counters to everything, making them bigger and bigger. So it's hilarious if it manages to go off. Not the easiest, but it does work. Okay, so here we go again. See if we can try to get a couple more wins here. All right, so Grand again. Astonishing Ant-Man. This is a good hand for start building up stuff, but our land base is a little slow. But again, that is the nature of playing a deck on a budget. I do like to remind everyone again, I love making these budget decks, but you have to also have the expectation that sometimes you're not going to be the fastest player out there because these enter tap, so yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. This is unranked, so this is meant to be something you play with in a casual format, something for fun. Okay, Vegetation Pool, second one tapped. Grand coming in. Opponent's got a Land of War Elves, so are they playing elves? Let's see. Okay, another forest. Predator Ooze. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so for that, let's play the Astonishing Ant-Man for now. We'll swing with Grand. She does her ability, so we draw. We'll throw something away. We'll throw away the extra Grand since Legend ruled and all that shenanigans. But that triggers off Astonishing Ant-Man to make him bigger. Opponent, I'm guessing they're going to block because they're indestructible anyway. That's fine. We just wanted the trigger to go off. That's all we wanted. So, ideally, we get another land on this next turn. Ant-Man, this version comes down, and we start getting bigger and bigger. Saj Katzroy from, what's that? Final Fantasy, which one was it? 12? Oh, 13. 13. Okay. Okay. Opponent's probably not going to swing. Oh, they do swing. Oh, that's right. They get counters on them. All right. Well, no block yet. We'll let that go for now. Still another tap land. But okay, that's fine. We can make this work, everyone. We can make it work. So, to make this work... Growth Spiral. Okay. Get a land in. That pumps up this version of Ant-Man. We swing with this version of Ant-Man. Opponents. Nice. We go to hit him with 16. We're currently at 18, so it's anybody's game still. Okay. One Grumpy Gamer. How do you play against someone casually on Arena? Oh, okay, good question. So when you queue up a game, once you have a deck ready to go, it lets you kind of pick what format you want to play your deck in, whatever format it's valid for. There is a ranked format and there's an unranked. Typically, unranked should be, and I emphasize should be, it should be more casual. In other words, probably players in this format are not going to have to worry about, going up and down in rank. And usually it should be a lot easier for players for the most part. Okay. I don't want to take that much damage, so we're going to have to block here the ooze. Sorry, Gran. Sorry. She goes bye-bye. Okay, they get more counters. That's annoying, but it's not the worst. We have ways of getting around stuff here, so that's fine. Put another counter on Ant-Man here. Okay. So he is primed now to start making tokens. So we need a way to start doing that. Play Kina. Okay. That's cool. And then Innkeeper's Talent. Okay. Opponent. Put this version of Kina on there. All right. Okay. Still no attacks. If we have to block, so be it. But at least we have more or less what we need. Sort of. Affinity for Anime also chiming in. Tokens are like virtual cards. In other words, the real cards can create in the game. Also, sorry for asking a lot of questions. Oh, that's okay. I mean, again, you're actually the kind of player that I actually do like to talk a lot with Grumpy Gamer, so no big deal. I mean, my whole focus for watching me and also the content that I do, my focus is to help newer players build decks for cheap, and also decks that may seem like they're, or at least more, I would say, more affordable, fair versions for newer players out there. So I try to help out players like you. Don't worry about asking too many questions. Not a big deal for me. I don't mind that. Okay. Swinging and swinging. Okay. Ugh. This is lethal. Okay, so we're going to have to... Okay. The counters? No. Oh, we're dead. All right. I'm not going to dignify that. So that was lethal right there with trample. Dang. Let it go. All right. Well, that's a shame, but that's okay, everybody. It's okay. So real quick before we jump into the next game, so one Grumpy Gamer did ask, how do we play against someone casually? Okay, so when you hit play right here, down over here. Okay, so you can see right here, find match. Up in the upper corner, there is a ranked version. So ranked is going to be where everyone's going to be playing a little bit more seriously. They're going to be playing... words. Okay, so in ranked, you're going to be facing off against opponents that are more likely to have stronger decks and are going to try to tune their decks to go up in the rankings. So play this if you want to, but if you don't care about your ranks, I mean, hey, it can still be fun. It can be good experience if you actually want to play against a lot more serious decks out there. From here, you can toggle best of 1 or best of 3. If you're playing in best of 3, that means you have to win 2 of the 3 games to win the match. If you don't want to do that, and if you want to keep it short and sweet, just stick to best of 1. If you play, just hear what it says play, then that's the casual. So there's no rankings, no pressure. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. You still get benefits of winning when you complete daily quests and challenges, but there's no downside to losing. You can lose as much as you want in play, and it's no big deal to you. So I usually recommend for newer players, start off a little bit with just playing casually, and once you feel confident about something maybe you put together, then jump into ranked if you want to. And then finally, the other queue is going to be for Brawl. So this is going to be for the decks that play 100-card decks. But this is, again, something that's completely complicated. Not to say that you couldn't play it to start, but the deck building for this gets a little much for newer players. So I would say avoid Brawl just for now and just stick to the 60 card just to feel much more comfier with deck building, feeling more good with consistency, and much more beginner-friendlier options. Depending on where you go, also, because you can see here, there's different formats depending on what kind of cards you get. So standard is the up-to-date rotating format. Alchemy uses a lot of digital cards, but it is basically standard with more digital stuff. The next more stronger level will be Pioneer. Beyond that, Historic, and the strongest format is going to be Timeless. I would definitely say you probably don't want to play Timeless anytime soon. Not until you feel really, really good about playing at a higher level with much more powerful cards. Just FYI. Okay. Any case, where are we at here? Morbid Nymph. I've noticed after the update happened, competitive Brawl has gotten easier to play in. Well, that's good to hear. I'm on like 13 win streak with Rowfellows. That's hilarious. Could just be the build itself. I've been steamrolling. Hey, I mean, hey, if you can get your wins, more power to you. I ain't gonna hate on that. But it sounds like the update did do a bit of good for everybody. Hopefully that balanced it a little bit better. But hopefully that, again, regular Brawl in the future gets a little bit more... How do I say this? We do need some more bans just to kind of filter out the format a little bit more to make it actually casual. But anyway, I digress. One Grumpy Gamer. That's still locked for me, so I guess I have to do the color challenge. Oh, that's right. You got to do the color challenge. Okay, I forgot. So Okay, where were you? Okay, so you're probably trying to finish this up, right? So yeah, once you get done with the color challenge, you should be able to then unlock a couple of extra free cards, and then you can start building from there what you want. So yeah, just take your time getting through that. Don't worry. Actually, the tutorials on Arena are pretty good. They're not like the best of best I've seen, but they help you out quite a bit of understanding things. So yeah, take your time to go through that and see what you can pick up to help you out. If you have any questions, again, continue to let me know. And that goes for anybody out there, whether you're watching me live right now on the replay, whether you're one of my fiery friends that have been with me forever, or if you're someone that's brand new to the channel, don't be afraid. I'm more than happy to explain anything when it comes to Magic the Gathering. Whether it's something mechanically on Arena, maybe if you have a question about something in paper, let me know, everybody. I'm more than happy to help out any player out there, new or established. It's what I enjoy doing a lot. All right, so going back into our matches here. Okay, so we got meditation pool. Consider. Okay. A little slow because we don't have creatures, but that's okay. And one Grumpy Giver has now officially followed us, so thank you for that follow. I appreciate that, my fire friend. Hopefully, again, I can help you out on your journey when I can. So for now, though, let's see. We'll play the meditation pool because we don't have any turn 1 plays yet, but that's okay. Opponent, what are you playing? Oh, okay. Mountain. Harried Spear Guard. Okay. Looks like our opponent's going to try to get a little aggro with us. That's okay. Player Island. We will... Oh. Already? Opponents? Okay. Maybe our opponent didn't want to play against a blue-green deck. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, a free win's a free win, so that does count to the dailies. Okay. That's cool. All right. At the very minimum, as always, reminder, everybody, always get to at least 4 wins a day. That gets you 450 gold. If you do manage to finish one of the daily challenges as well, that's usually around, 950 gold. If you go beyond that, you should be able to get enough with 6 wins to get 1 pack a day. But I'm going to recommend to everybody, now that we're in spoiler season for I don't know why I keep saying Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. So with the Hobbit set coming out soon, now is the time, if you haven't already done so, for my fire friends, especially those of you that are free to play, start saving your gold now. If you save gold now, by the time the Hobbit set comes out, you should have at least anywhere between 30,000 to 50,000 gold. So that should give you at least 30 to 50 packs to crack open for free, if you do want to get a jump start on your future decks once that comes down. Just FYI, everybody. I definitely would say now is the time to save if you can afford it. Okay. Any case, let's go ahead. Let's go back into this. Let's get another game going. No problem. Thank you for helping me. Of course, I'm happy to help. That's what I'm here for. What's what I enjoy doing. Okay, so for now, next game. Okay, consider, so we can help us draw another card. Maybe we can get to another green source for the Astonishing Ant-Man. We have Bushwhack. Bushwhack will be good once we actually get to a green source. So for now, let's consider. Growth Spiral's not ideal, but we'll hold on to that because it is card draw. Okay. Opponent, what you got? Black again. Okay, another Growth Spiral. Okay, well, now we're clunky because we didn't draw into what we needed. Virus Beetle? No. All right, it's fine, opponents. We're definitely a ways away from the Symposium, so we're going to not play that. Okay, we're great. We got a Fortress. That's good. So for that, Bushwhack, we'll dig out another Forest just to make sure we can keep our land drops. If our opponent's going to make us discard cards, we're going to have to stay ahead of the game. I'm going to try to, at least. Opponents, what you doing? 6 cards in hand. 3 lands. A Virus Beetle to attack with. Oh, yeah, they're going to start making us exile stuff. All right, fine. Dang. Opponent, anything else? Another Virus Beetle. Okay, so looks like they're making us discard a lot, so this is very annoying. But that's okay. It's okay. Swing. Got a 19. Okay, Meditation Pool. So from that, Astonishing Ant-Man. Play the Forest. Pass here. Okay. Any more removal? Or are we just going to have... Okay, so here's how we do this. Growth Spiral. Draw another card. Throw it Meditation Pool. Pop up Ant-Man. We lose our Divide by 0, which is... Oh, that hurt. But that's okay. Opponent can't swing now, because now Ant-Man is big. Oh, okay, we're good. We got protection. That's good. So, swing here. Opponent. Oh, they do block. Okay. Okay, 1 Beetle down. If our opponent doesn't play anything that blows up Ant-Man here, we can Meditation Pool to sacrifice to draw a card in a pinch. What does our opponent do? 4 cards. 3 cards in hand. Anything else? Opponents? What you got? Unholy Annex. Okay. That's fine. Interesting. Not what I was expecting with a Virus Beetle, but okay. Opponents? Ow. Alright, well, I guess I might as well just play this. Okay, they can't do anything, but at least I got another counter on Ant-Man. Affinity for anime. I am bad about saving gold. I'm always trying to grind for wild cards. There's nothing wrong with that. Just know that, while don't think of what I'm saying as absolute, but I usually try to encourage players now, especially when you get to a spoiler season, you got about maybe 2.5 weeks tops to build up all the gold you need to start cracking packs for the next set. Although it feels like nowadays it's tougher than ever because of the fact that we get so many sets a year. Now we're getting a set, what, every 7 weeks? So by the time I actually feel pretty good about a set, boom. It's already spoiler season again for the next set. Okay. They made their demon. Opponent, swinging? No? Okay. So they start drawing cards. We go to 17. However, now we can start making our ants. So we're going to crack this. Okay, well, we're going to burn up all 5 counters. We make 5 ant tokens. Nice. Draw another card. We will tick up here. So that gives at least Ant-Man a little bit more love. And another counter on him. Swing with our 5 ants. So we're going to start trying to make a dent in him. Go to 16. Pass. Okay. I need to keep up the Snakeskin Veil in case if they have any removal. But if they don't, then we can start making more ant tokens. Now the game plan is we got to go wide faster than they can swing at us. Oh, Unholy Annex again. Ugh. We're in the danger zone. Not looking good. Oh boy. Virus Beetle again. Oh jeez. These beetles. Okay, astonishing Ant-Man. We have to keep burning those up just for, just because. Okay. Opponent, do you swing with your demon? They do. Okay, looks like they're going to speed up the clock. Ouch. Okay. Okay. They draw another card. Once they pass. Okay. 2, 3. Make more tokens. Okay. Draw another card. Okay. Dang. I don't think we have enough. We tried to make as many ants as we could, but yeah, we don't have enough. So even if I put counters on our ants, we could swing here. That's still not enough because the demon will kill us next turn. Aw. Came so close. All right, we'll just do one big swing here just to at least try to plow away our opponent here. But yeah, I was not their jank got us. Okay, so we will concede here before they get the final swing in because, yeah, we can't stop that demon. Dang. That is painful. Losing earlier that, the divide by 0 hurt us a lot. But that's okay. No big deal, everybody. Okay, so with the budget deck that we're playing right now, now you can kind of get a feel. It's not horrible, but there are going to be some clunky matchups you're going to run into because it's a budget deck. However, after maybe say, okay, let's say 2 more games. We're going to do 2 more games unranked on the budget one. And if you like the deck, now we'll get serious and we'll put together a much more stronger version for actual ranked itself. And I think that's how we're going to do this moving forward with the channel. So anytime we play live budget decks, we'll play an unranked just because I think that's the most fairest way you can play a budget deck. And when you want to play a serious deck, then we'll definitely start picking it up with playing the real deck in ranked. I think that would actually be fair. But let me know if you want to see just pure ranked everyone or just pure unranked. Or maybe a mixture of both. If you like it, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Okay, so we got a divide by 0. That's good. So for now, they only have a plane, so I guess it's safe to put Grand down, right? Right? Let's see. So we got plenty of divide by 0s. That's good. We start getting out some of our utility stuff. Origin of the Avengers. Okay. Opponents. So they got a hero deck? Interesting. Okay, they scry 2. Okay, so from there... Okay, good. We did get our next island. So here's how we're actually going to do this. Originally, I think our best way of doing this is just use Grand to swing. We'll throw away Consider. I have an idea. Down to 19. So, when the second part of the Origin of Avengers does go off here, probably going to dump down one thing, but we have to divide by 0 too, so we can actually bounce that away. Let's see what our opponent does here. Okay, Jennifer. Oh. Dang it. All right, so that locks us out for the turn because we can't play Snakeskin Veil. Okay. But I have an idea still. This is not the worst. Okay, Jennifer Walters. So, she has to go bye-bye. And then because of that, now we need to use our Origin of Metal Bending. Okay. Okay. So if they want to play Jennifer / She-Hulk, they got to actually play it with actual proper mana. No sneaky shenanigans about it. Okay. In America. Okay. Oh, swinging. That's fine. Okay. So from here, Chang, we're not doing too good right now. I want to actually hit certain things. Okay, that goes bye-bye. Grand comes back. We will... dig out a basic. Get another forest. Play the forest. Pass from there. Okay. Opponent kind of has us a little bit down right now with their heroes. They play Jennifer. I'm probably going to try to... I don't know. Seam Rip. Okay. Okay. Seam Rip now doesn't do anything, so that's good. They should have honestly played Jennifer Walters first. Opponent, you didn't sequence that well. And I should know because I've done that myself. Okay, Jennifer coming down. That's fine. Skyward Spider. Okay, so they're all in on their heroes. Going big with heroes. Not the worst. Okay, opponent swinging and swinging. Hitting us for 6. Or actually, I should say hitting us for... 7. Okay, Bushwhack. So from here... Innkeeper's Talent. We will tick up 1. Okay. Swing here. Draw a card. Throw away the other Grand. Okay. Opponent, do you block? Hopefully they don't. Okay, down to 16. Bushwhack. We fight... Jennifer here, since she's got no value. Cool, she's down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, are we dead? Oh no, not again. Phil Coulson. Swinging, I'm guessing. Yep. No. Yeah, they get the pump. We're still dead. Okay, wow. Okay, I did not expect us to lose to a hero deck today, but... Okay. Deck's not doing as hot as I thought it was going to. Huh. Play, however, Infernoman. Ranked or unranked. Me, personally, I'm just playing the strongest, most fun, underrated decks I can. Okay, well, appreciate y'all on that one. I know some people out there really, really want to see, like, jank decks in ranked, but sometimes it's not fun for me to actually play my budget decks in ranked and then just completely lose every single game. It feels like the deck doesn't get a chance to actually shine at all. But again, that's the reason why I do the budget decks in the first place, is so that way you don't feel like you have to pressure yourself to play in ranked if it feels like it, I don't know, it stresses you out or maybe it gives you anxiety. Trust me, like all of us, I'm sure, have those things that, you know, we feel apprehensive to. So I think this probably, for me now moving forward, makes more sense to do on stream. Now that actually also we have competitive Brawl and regular Brawl, budget decks, in my opinion, would be more fair to play with in regular. And then in ranked formats, that's when you want to play the real decks. So I think I don't know if I can adjust that for my future YouTube videos, Because it seems like everyone still likes to see me do ranked stuff in the YouTube stuff. I don't know. Still mulling it over, everyone. Still mulling it over. Okay. So this will be our last one for the budget one, everyone. After this, then we'll show you what you want to do if you really like the deck. Even if it's not winning that many games, how you can take it to the next level. And there are definitely ways we can pump this up to make it much more stronger. Well, Grand. Okay, we draw a card. What do we throw away here? Okay. I don't want to do it this way, but let's see. Xander's Lounge does make me feel a little uneasy, so throw that away for now. Down to 19. Okay, if our opponent doesn't have removal, I'm hoping that I can Growth Spiral into this meditation pool. Okay, Growth Spiral. If Grand dies, so be it. Fatal Push. Oh, wow. They actually counterspelled our ramp? Boo. Okay. Fine, be that way, opponents. We'll draw another card. Throw down the meditation pool, so take that. Draw another card. We'll throw away one of our Kinas. Go to 18 opponents. Play the other forest and pass. Okay, so now we have enough where we can actually start making our ants once we can get down Ant-Man and Kina. We have a Snake Scanville, which is nice. Diva Sanity. Oh, wow. I haven't seen that card in a long time. And trust me, I do not like that card. It is really tilting to get my stuff stolen. I think the only thing I hate worse than getting my stuff stolen is when I get opponents that... Okay. What do we discard here? Dang. I'll have to throw away the Kina. I don't want to, but we have no choice. Okay. For now, let us... Okay. We'll have to wait it out. I don't want to, but I need to find a way to bounce back that Thief of Sanity. Bounce it back. Nice. Okay, it did stick, so that's good for us. What do we want here, though? I guess we'll get the Boomerang basics. We'll try that. We're trying whatever we can to see if we can just stay ahead of our opponent here. Do they replay Thief of Sanity? Heartless Act. Okay. Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Do you have another answer, opponents? Ooh, maybe? Oh, they do. Wow. Heartless Act. Again. But actually, that's a good removal spell to fight against because our creatures have a nice little defense to that. Okay, Ant-Man. And Innkeeper's Talent. Counter. And an Ant. Okay, so, trying to fight our way back into this. We're not giving up just yet. Okay, Thief of Sanity. Replayed. Okay, Shockland. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so now we're in our good position here. So even if our opponent starts doing their thing. Okay, so Ouroboros. Beautiful. We get to do the combo again. All right, so counter. Make an ant. They all get big. Swing. Take that, opponent. All right, now we're back into this fight. Even if they swing, they need a blocker here to actually survive. I mean, yes, I don't like my stuff gets stolen, but sure, opponents, take whatever you want. I don't think anything in our deck can hurt us. And our opponent has had enough. All right, all right. We did it. Nice. Okay, so that was actually a pretty good way to end that one there. But you can see, once we sequence everything together there, start building up your ants little by little, start making them bigger and bigger, and you can overwhelm your opponent with a couple of big swings. So, all right, we got it down. That's good. We got it down. Okay, so we've reached now actually the halfway point exactly of the stream. So before we get to the next part here, if you are enjoying the content and you haven't already done so, show some love, like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're watching the content, whether you're watching across X, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube. We try to do at least 2 streams a week. And of course, we try to put out there, again, at least one deck tech at least once a week through our YouTube channel. We throw out there, again, shorts where we can, where we try to crack open some booster packs. Mostly it's me just wasting my money. But if nothing else, it's still fun to do. And we try to put highlights for anything you may have missed in the live streams throughout the week. Having said all that, if you also want to take it to the next level, don't be afraid to then show a little bit of extra love. For true fiery friends, we have a Patreon channel where, again, you can then be part of our growing group of fiery friends that helps us support the channel with exclusive videos and some budget stuff that actually doesn't make it to the main channel. If you don't see it there, you also have a members only channel that's also full of a playlist of things on YouTube itself. And if nothing else, for free, just join the Discord, and that link and every other link we have will be located in the details below once we're done with today's stream. Either way, your support will help keep the channel going, so thank you again to everybody who's currently been watching up to this point. However, if you are sticking around and you really want to see what you can really do with this deck, this is now going to be the stronger version of our Ant-Man upgrades. So this is where you can really kind of go all out. So we're going to try to address the number one problem with the deck, which you already saw, which is the mana base is rough. So if we are willing to spend a lot, and I do mean a lot, by the way, on your rares, we can upgrade the mana base and do that first. Breeding pools. So again, these are currently valid, so totally use these now they're back out. Hedge Maze, this is going to be our Surveil land. It enters Surveils 1, so we can filter our next draw. Willow Rush Verge is the best other dual land you can put because this will allow you to then tap for either color as long as you control a forest or island, which is literally on our entire deck. So this is perfect for our mana fixing. As far as the stats of it, nothing's really changed. It's still 2.0 average mana curve. The colors are mostly down the middle, so that's why you want everything nice and even. You don't really need any utility lands for this because we don't need that. The cards themselves, our creatures, do have enough utility where the lands can be kept simple. So for this version here, we're going to make some small modifications. So you can see Echo Casting Symposium, we'll keep it, but we're going to move it to the sideboard because you can pull this out with Divide by Zero. This frees up another slot. That means another copy of Ouroboros can be added to the deck. Trust me though, in paper, I think these things go for like $40 a copy, so that's why we waited a little bit to actually add this into the actual main deck. So full set now. As far as the rest of it is concerned, honestly, you probably could keep the deck as is. You don't really need to do much of anything else. There is an argument that I will say with some people that you could do here. So if you want to not worry about the lesson and learn plan, you can actually move out the Divide by Zeros and you can add in 3 steps ahead. So this is a spree card. So you can pick whichever you want to do. You can either choose to counter a spell, draw some cards, discard a card, create a token that's a copy of a creature or artifact you control. So this can be another option if you want it for the deck. We'll keep this version for now, but if it's not working out, we will then swap over to the 3 steps ahead variant of the deck. And that means we can probably change the sideboard a little bit. But in theory, with this upgrade here, keeping the Divide by Zero as is, that means you can then still fetch out your Boomerang Basics. We'll then switch down to 1 copy of Octopus Form. We'll keep our Eloquentias. We're going to now throw in a Mercurial Transformation, so you can make this to make an opponent lose all abilities on one creature to turn it into a frog, or an octopus with power or toughness 4/4 or 1/1, depending on what you use. Keep the Origin of Metal Bendings. We're going to trim down to 1 Containment Breach, keeping the Expanded Anatomy and the Introduction of Prophecy. And we're doing this because we're going to throw in also a Germination Practicum. So this puts 2+1/+1 counters on each creature you control. This is mostly just like a, I guess you could say, a win more card. So you don't need this actually in the deck, but I threw it in there because, hey, if we're going non-budget, might as well go all out. And keep in mind that if Gran does manage to trigger off her secondary ability, all of these will be cheaper to cast at later on into the game. Not that I would say rely on that because we're not a lesson deck, but it's just a nice bonus if you can make it work. So now let's play the real deal. We're going to take this version for the rest of the live stream into ranked. We're playing ranked Pioneer now with our Ant-Man army upgraded. All right, let's see. I'm guessing that the mana base now should make it a lot more consistent for us to actually cast our spells. So we should be able to curve out a lot easier from now on. Affinity for Anime, you're more courageous than me. I don't know if I could create content for my arena gameplay. Not playing live at least. I get frustrated salty if I start losing too much. I'll be honest. It's not like I had this confidence and courageousness in the early game. So when I played years ago, when I first started with just streaming, not even doing YouTube stuff, Affinity for Anime, it was rough. I looked really, really bad on stream. I did not know what I was doing. I had no idea how to interact or talk with people. So I guess you could say one of the good things about learning to live stream for me allowed me to feel much more comfier talking with random people. Some people, even if I never will ever meet, it's still nice to actually chat with you guys. So I appreciate that. And also, I guess, and this is something I don't really talk about too much here, but maybe I'll make it a future video for like exclusively, maybe like a Patreon video, stuff in my personal life. That also has helped me build up confidence to actually talk to people like in a public setting, to large crowds, individuals, and feel much more confident with it. Not going to say, I guess I'm perfect because I still stumble a lot. I know my bad habit is I ramble. So I guess you could say rambling kind of works for live streaming. It doesn't always work for in real life. But in any case, Well, actually, now I'm rambling right now. Anyway, oh, sorry. I should get back to the game. But yeah, I'll jump back into this in just a moment. So in any case, have Hedge Maze. Got our lands. Got a lot of 2-drops here. This is good. This is solid. Because we could definitely start getting into what we need in just a moment. But just to reiterate, it does take a little bit of time. We don't need another Innkeeper's Talent. Those would tub that. We need our lands. So I will definitely say it will get easier for you, Affinity for Anime, as time goes on. So don't feel like you have to be perfect out the gate. It does take time. So I can assure you that it will get easier. Opponent's playing with a third of the consoles, but we can also get something out of the sideboard to deal with that. We have a Divide by 0 anyway. Draw a card. Oh, perfect. Breeding Pool. Enter tapped. There we go. Nice. Okay, so from here, you know what? We'll put down Ant-Man now. Opponent is playing with Radiant Grove, so some kind of Selesnya build. Are they playing a taxing build? Because this looks taxing. Caretaker's Talent, okay. Okay, well that's annoying, but not the worst. So for this, what do we want to do? I think we'll do it this way. I got an idea. Kina, okay. Gain a life, we draw. We can make tokens too, opponent, so don't think you're going to be the only one that plays tokens if you're playing a Caretaker's Talent. Let's pay the 1, give a counter to Ant-Man, pump him up, make 2 counters. Yes, they're getting life, but we'll be able to take that down quick. Okay, so, okay, Hidden Courtyard, okay. So from here, we're probably going to start keeping mana open for Divide by 0. Bloom Vine Region. I haven't seen this dragon in a while. Search your library for 2 basic forests. Put 1 onto the field and other into your hand. Okay. Huh. Should I be worried about that? Interesting. So, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually do something cute right here. So, this is actually something that we can do with the deck. We swing here. Pay the 1. Make a token. Put on Kina. Okay. Still annoying, but that's okay. Here's what we can do also. Kina could also sacrifice one of those frogs. Sacrifice the new one. We put another counter on him so he gets bigger. There we go. Down to 14. Okay. Looking pretty good. An opponent already? All the over opponent. Okay. Well, yay. Well, there you go, everyone. Wasn't expecting again to get that victory there, but I'll take it. Quick and easy. Our opponent saw what we were going to do, and they have had enough already. They did not want to deal with our army of tokens. All right. Well, let's see if we can rally back and start getting some more wins here. I would look forward to that. Okay, where was I at here? Oh, that's right. I was going to mention also, for those of you that are actually like on the fence about streaming or anything like that, I would say first off, try to learn at least some of the basics, understand like, you know, your equipment and what you're doing and what you want to do, and then start throwing stuff out there. Don't worry about it having to be perfect. Trust me, like in those early streams and early content I did, I was not perfect at all. But again, it gets easier every time, just a little bit. Not saying I'm the best at this, because definitely if I was, I probably would have maybe a lot more subscribers and followers, but that's okay. I'm not going to fuss over that too much. Mostly my big thing for me is just learning how to get the basics down. Okay, so it's got a Land of War Elves, so are we mono green? Elves, or is it Stompy? I mean, we are a deck that's very well equipped to handle creature decks. Okay, so it is Stompy. Badger Mole Cub. What's it, standard? Did I go into the standard queue? Hopefully not. Slumbering Trudge. Okay. Huh. Opponent, what are we trying to do here? We're going to Growth Spiral, actually. Throw down our Breeding Pool. Tapped. Okay. So we're also going to try to get our ramp going just a little bit. I don't know what our opponent's going to try to do here, but we're going to try to get around their stuff. Okay. So opponent's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana open. What are we trying to ramp into? Slumbering Trudge number 2. Okay. Got a forest. We will play Ant-Man. Pass the turn. Okay. So, from here, Snakeskin Veil can be used. Protecting our Ant-Man. Gives him a counter. Adds a token. Which Slumbering... Wait. Oh, I cannot say words right now. Sorry. Slumbering Trudge. Jeez, man. I feel like as I've gotten older, I feel like I'm slurring my words a lot more. Don't worry. I'm not drunk, everyone. I'm not drinking. On it. Swinging. Okay. Nope. Okay, just one creature. So from here, Snakeskin Veil. Take a token. Block with the token. My total is safe for now. Okay, we got Grand. That's not too bad either. So from here, we need consistency with our stuff. So with that, we will start... Actually, we'll put down Grand too. Well, I don't have to worry about anything pumping our stuff up. So for now, let's actually pump up Ant-Man. Makes a token. No attacks yet. We're going to keep the Snakeskin Veil open just in case our opponent does anything shenanigans-wise. 04FF Rusar. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon, and how you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. What's your favorite game mode? Like, here in Arena? Good question. Oh, wait, I forgot to... I messed that up. All right, that's fine, it's fine. I was going to try to block with another ant, but I realized I didn't do that correctly. I should have done that first. That's what I get for distracting myself with the chat. It's okay. Not your fault, guys. That's on me. Let's see here. I guess we'll start Hedge Maze. Surveil. We have enough Innkeeper's Talents. I think we can probably afford to throw that away. And then... Let's see. We will tick this up. They have Ward now, which is nice. And then from there... Start pumping up Ant-Man some more. Make more tokens. No attacks yet. Okay, they have to... Bebop and Rocksteady are a bit of a pain to get through, but not the worst. Okay, so... Opponent swinging. We'll keep blocking with our tokens. That's not terrible. Okay. Let's divide by 0. Bounce away Bebop and Rocksteady, okay? And then from here, what do we cast? Okay, so what we need right now is something that'll just start pumping up everything. Ooh, maybe we'll get the Germination Practicum. Okay, I think that actually might be helpful. Okay, so from here, Germination Practicum. All right, so that does resolve. Start putting counters on stuff. No attacks yet. All right, so at least now we have an infinite way to start getting counters. So little by little, we can start pumping our part away. My favorite game mode, actually, now that I thought about it, definitely got to be Pioneer. I love Pioneer format. It feels like a good balance, now that you mentioned it, Rusar, for me, because you can still play with a lot of the cards that were in your standard decks that you actually just moved over. But realistically, it's because, man, you build a lot of cool stuff with it. But also, it doesn't feel too strong for you're going to feel like overwhelmed by other things. Okay, Bebop and Rocksteady come back. They start drawing cards. Opponents. All right. Opponent's still swinging. Okay. Well, I don't know if they actually have something else. I'm a little scared. So, do I block? No. Go to 5. Okay. Paradigm. Make tokens. Let's see. We're running out of time also. Innkeeper's Talent. Okay, might as well just go all in. Okay. Alright, no attacks. Are we dead? Are we actually dead? If they swing with everything, we could block. Might not be enough, though. Oh, they got the Ulamog. So, they can exile one thing, but not both, because they have to still pay for the Sunken Citadel. Right? This is dumb, by the way. Alright. Opponent playing a very janky build that I wasn't expecting. Okay, so they exiled both of those. Okay, so I'm guessing they just didn't want to deal with the ward effect. Okay. Well, I guess that helps us out a little bit. Sort of. And War Elves number 2. But Ulamog here is still going to kill us if we're not careful. They swing with 4 things. They have to discard a card. Okay. So for here, block and block and block. Okay, we go to 3. Dang, wow, we really did not get any of our... So, all right, well, I guess that's pretty much it. We're dead, everyone. Okay, discard a card. Pay the 1 to put more counters on it. Growth Spiral. Yeah, a little too late on that one, Astonishing Ant-Man. No! You were supposed to come out way earlier. Go to 2. And that's pretty much going to be game. Even if we put up this version of Ant-Man, I can block here these 2 big creatures, and that's still lethal. Alright. That's a heartbreaker. I had no idea what the heck our opponent was doing. They were just ramping until they got to Ulamog? That's a janky plan. I mean, it worked against us, but still, I was just like, okay. I was not aware of what game you were trying to play there, my opponents. But okay, you got your win. It's okay. Shaking it off, everyone. Shaking it off. No big deal. All right. Trying once more here. Let's get it locked in. Let's see. Can we get some more victories here? I know we can. We totally can. We just got to do our thing. So we'll keep this hand. This will be the ramp hand. Okay. Razor Verge Thicket. Land War Elves again. Okay, got an Orbor, right? That's not too shabby for now. Hedge Maze. We Surveil. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just keep that on top. Okay. So Bushwhack to dig out a land. Consider to dig out something else. Okay, Bishop of Wings. So that means Angels? Or is it Collected Company deck? I guess we'll find out here in a bit. Okay, Bushwhack. Dig out a basic. Got one of our forests. Draw a card with Consider. Keep the Divide by 0. Might as well use that. We might need that next turn. Righteous Valkyrie. Okay, so it looks like our opponent is going to try to do life gain shenanigans. Okay, they swing. Alright, so because of that, we're a little pinched on what we want to do. Okay. So when they time this now... Giada. Okay, so for that, Righteous Valkyrie goes bye-bye. And then from there, we need... What do we want, though? Nothing here is going to really help us out. I guess Boomerang Basics. Okay, they gain life again. They replay it. Okay, so Resplendent Angel comes down. They start making tokens. Okay. Our deck is not very good if they start going wide with big creatures, I noticed. We can put down Orbor right now, but that's not fast enough. Okay, so our only hope at this point is... Oh, yeah. Alright, we'll take the L. Fine. Ah! Oh! I hate Angels. Yes, we played Angels before, but dang, just... Every time I fight against Angels, I always feel like I have the wrong deck to fight them with. I just cannot beat them. I think the only time I've actually beaten Angels, like, consistently is maybe if I'm playing Mono Black. And even then... I have to come up with some kind of really janky strategy. We did do it once on stream. What is it, like, maybe at the beginning of the year? I think so. I think it was like a... I think it was a mono black deck that was using some of the avatar cards to actually got through our opponents. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It's all good. It's all good, everyone. Shaking it off. We're going to try again. No big deal. Sorry. Okay, trying to check the other chats here. Okay, let me check to see what's going on over on Instagram. It's been a little while since I've actually chatted with everybody there, so sorry if I missed out on your voices there, everyone. K-Wall MTG. Hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. If you're still there, hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, tough game. But yeah, still appreciate you being there, though. Sorry if I missed that. For some reason, like, yeah, the chat is still not sadly set up where I can take Instagram on the main chat with everybody else. But I will try to make sure I put forth effort to remember that you guys are still there, too. So I appreciate you guys being there. Play Grand. Okay, so we got 2 Grands, 2 Ant-Mans. Can this work? Okay. Play blue. All right, that's fine. Breeding Pool. Play our Astonishing Ant-Man. All right. We swing in. All right, so we draw cards. We'll throw away the other Grand. That does pump up Ant-Man here. That's good. He gets a little bigger. Okay. Opponent playing more islands. What you got, opponents? Playing a Sunken Citadel. Unable to scream. Okay, that's annoying, but that's not the worst. Man again. No. Ha. Okay. So, still getting counters. Growth Spiral. Put out a Hedge Maze. Okay. We will throw away the other Growth Spiral. Don't need that. Willow Rush. Consider. We gotta start digging for our answers here. There we go. Pumps up Ant-Man there. Still swing. No damage. Okay. So I think I have a way out of this. I just need to ironically play our other copies of stuff. Okay. Opponent, what do you got? Okay, Breeding Pool. Play this version of Ant-Man. The old one goes away. Shock ourselves with Breeding Pool. Innkeeper's Talent. Take up with the breed. Put counters on that. No attacks. Okay. Still not... I mean, Japanese players, not trying to stereotype, but they always play like the most spiciest of builds. Very interesting, though. Sleep Magic and Unable to Scream. Huh. I don't know if I'm going to get wrecked here or whatever, but we'll find out. Quantum Riddler. It's been a while since I've actually seen this. People still play Quantum Riddler? It feels like nobody plays it anymore. Like, it's kind of been a forgotten card because of other decks that have just taken over the format. Okay. Quantum Riddler goes bye-bye. Okay. Alright, so from there, Kina. And then we will put counter on top of Kina there. Swing here. Nice. Okay, Jace still has only one. We'll see. Does our opponent do anything else? Maybe I should have put that counter on the Astonishing Ant-Man to blow up Jace, but alright. We'll see if that actually comes back to hurt me. Days Undoing and a Quantum Riddler. Alrun's Epiphany. Oh boy. Okay, so our opponent's playing some kind of mono blue devotion deck? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Can we get around this? They draw a card, discard a card. Opponent. Okay, throwing away lands. Island. Quantum Riddler for full price. They draw another card. Alright, is this the end of their turn? They want to get rid of Kina. They need to make sure it's something less than what they have. They have a Days Undoing. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library and draws 7 cards. If it's your turn, end the turn. So we're trying to pull off some weird shenanigans here, from what I see. Let's see, it's 1, 2 pips, 3, 4 pips. Make those, okay. Oh, and of course the Unable Scream. Okay, opponents. 3 cards in hand. Sleep Magic, they have to pay full price. So it's tapped, but that doesn't mean it loses its abilities. We can still actually use it if we want to. Okay, so Grand number 2. That's cool. That actually helps us out a bit here. So, play new Grand. We will... actually... Okay, so... no attacks yet. Okay. We're going to have to wait a little bit here. Oh, translating for me. Thank you for that. Because I was like, wait, Japanese player. Player's name is Taro Rin. I wonder if that's a real name. Possibly. I'm not sure. It could be. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have really a chat per se against a random opponent, so who knows what it is. Leyline of Anticipation. Okay. So now they're going to start flashing in things here. Flashy flash. Okay. Opponents. Anything else? Okay. So we'll activate. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to lose all of them yet because I got to make sure they can still pay for stuff. Okay. Make some tokens. A lot of tokens. There we go. Nice. So from that, put another counter on him. We will max out our counters now. Okay, start putting counters on Ant-Man again. Be big. Take out Jace. Okay. Grand swings. We'll throw away... What do we throw away here? Throw away the breeding pool. That pumps up Ant-Man again. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. We got to make sure Jace goes bye-bye. Grand is going to die, but that's a small price to pay. Okay, a lot of stuff is down. Bushwhack. We will now fight Quantum Riddler. Opponent does... Let's see, actually, okay, well, they can't use Days Undoing. That doesn't end the turn, because it's not their turn, it's our turn. Okay, Quantum Riddler down. Nice. Okay. And that also should weaken now their Nykthos just a little bit. Ooh, okay. Both of us draw new cards. Okay. That bumps up the Ant-Man, so thanks, opponents. Unless they have some way to stop him. Ooh, he big. That's a big... Maybe he did his not shrinking, but like his growing thing. I forgot that Astonishing Ant-Man does get bigger. Like, he can shrink, but also he can grow. If anybody remember his Affinity Endgame, yeah. Now he's a big hero. Our set. Okay. So I think I know what our opponent's going to do here. They're going to try to Days Undoing us again and make an end the turn. So that means we lose our hand.
Meditate and prepare.
Okay. Alrod's Epiphany. Okay. I already hate this deck a lot. I don't like mono blue decks like this. Honestly, I really don't. But I don't know. I guess I'd have to put together a list. Like, what are the things I hate the most when I play against certain opponents? Do I hate extra turn spells? Mono blue doing mono blue things? Or do I hate mostly my stuff getting stolen or discarded? I don't know. I feel like I have to put together like a whole list of that stuff. But Quantum Riddler again. They'll get another turn off of this, which is annoying. And then the Leyline, of course, on top of that is just also annoying. So, is there a way out of this? Can we stop an opponent that's full of these obnoxious spells? Because the way I see it now is they're going to do Days Undoing. Or they got hours. Come on! Ugh. Just literally just sitting here just mumbling to myself. Gate Man? Oh yeah, Giant Man. So you call him Big Mo? Yeah, that's where he is. So he goes from Ant-Man to Giant Man. But yeah, in this instance here, he is big, but we can't do anything until our opponent's done because our opponent right now is still doing stuff. So I'm guessing they're going to try to keep locking down all of our creatures. Very interesting. If we weren't a creature deck, these auras wouldn't do anything. Okay, so they lock out Astonishing Ant-Man. Unable to screen. Wow, they really are tapping it down. Okay, I mean, that's a lot of mana they got to spend, though. So they've turned off Ant-Man completely. Interesting. But we do have a Divide by 0, so that's actually not the worst thing we can do here. Let's see. What do we throw away? Growth Spiral, I think? Okay. I'm still scared our opponent will Days Undoing us. And there it is. Alright, so they lock us out from doing our thing. And they got rid of all of our cards. Okay, there it was. Alright, fine opponents. But it's not like we still can't fight. If we can get at least one more turn, maybe we have a way out of this. Hopefully. But it's also not looking too good. They're halfway through their deck. They've gone through a lot. Now there's a Cyclonic Rift. Alright, fine. I'm not dealing with this nonsense anymore. Fine, opponent, you win. Ah! Ah! See, this is why I meme on mono blue constantly on X. For those that don't know, yes, I do have a lot of like anti-mono blue stuff, and I know people are like, well, Infernoman, it's not like mono blue like blah 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 whatever. You know what? I don't care. Matches like this are the reason why I hate mono blue. I can play mono blue, and I can be a dirty mono blue player once in a while, but it's definitely not my jam. Not my jam at all. I don't know. It just feels kind of wrong, just how I feel. Like, if you're gonna just blow out stuff, just blow up my stuff. Don't make me suffer like that. Ugh. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna find our center. Maintain the positivity. We're not gonna get mad. Not getting mad. It's okay. Don't be angry. We're gonna move on to this game. We're gonna do that instead. Okay. So here's where we're at, everybody. So let's see. We got our hedge maze. Got a breeding pool. Play the breeding pool on turn 1 here. Hopefully we can get to another land. Aunt May. Okay. Alright, let's see what our opponent's trying to do here. Hedge maze first. Surveil. We need land, so we're going to throw that away. See what our opponent's trying to cook up here. Okay, Spider Girl. Okay, so they are all in on spiders. Okay, that's fine. Breeding pool. Astonishing Ant-Man. Alright, opponent, what you got? I'm guessing Naya spiders is their thing. Okay, we go to 15. Okay, what spider? We actually did ourselves a spider deck a while ago. I didn't think it would actually be good, but here we are. So, Grand coming in. We will swing. Opponents. Do they block? Ooh, Gonjo Seed, the Empire. Okay, well, you know what? We have an answer to that. Too bad. So you discarded a land for no reason, opponents. Do they take the hit? Nice. Okay, go to 17. Okay. So, little by little, we're just trying our hardest here to stay in this fight. Chain Web. Spider Girl hit us. Bushwhack. Okay. Not too shabby either. We will consider. Throw away the Divide by 0. We need a land. Come on, deck. Where's... Okay, there's our land. Phew. Not to say there. Okay, so from that, we fight Spider Girl. She down. Nice. She leaves behind a citizen, though. A citizen, if you will. Swing here. Draw another card. We will throw away one of our Ouroboros, because we don't need 2. We just need to be able to cast 1. Does our opponent block? Push him to 11. Okay. We're hanging in this fight. We're hanging in there. We'll have to crack that Ant-Man probably the next turn or so just to keep alive. Okay, Aunt May. Spinner of Souls. Okay. Opponent swinging. Go to 7. Okay. Closing in on the end here. But if we do this... Okay, we're going to have to just wait a turn here. Okay, even if they swing with Spider Girl, I think we might have it on this next turn. Maybe. All comes down to what our opponent does here. Torch the tower. Okay. Dang it. Gran has to go bye-bye. Sorry, Gran. Opponent swinging. Swing here for everything. Okay. And they're out of cards, too. Affinity for Anime. The only mono blue deck I'll play is my Ulich, the Shoreless Sea, and only because it's a fish, and I've always wanted to build a fish deck. Well, definitely, once we get to the underwater plane, you'll probably have all the stuff you're going to need to get all the sea creatures you could ever want. So that should be coming soon for you. Let's see. I guess we'll just block there. Go to 2. Ooh. Okay. Play the island. Ouroboros. There we go. Be big. And then from there... Dang, we don't have enough to stop Spider-Girl Legacy, do we? Dang, maybe we should have taken that out. Okay, well. Yeah, we can't beat Spider Girl. Dang, our deck is really weak to flying. From what I've noticed, yeah, we didn't have enough to stop it. Down to 3. Not enough, though. Okay. Well, we tried, everybody. But Spider Girl flies over our plan. And a little bit of a heartbreaking thing. Okay. Still losing rank here. Dang, like every time I'm playing offline, I can rank up easily, but every time I play on now, I'm just not winning. Okay. So, I think we need to change it up a little bit here. So for the remainder of the stream, we're going to see if we can mix up our upgrades for a bit here. So something I've been trying to figure out, and maybe the divide by 0 is not quite the plan we want. So we'll drop out the divide by 0. Because trying to pull out other cards, I realize when we don't have the mana for it is not working for us. So 3 steps ahead instead. And then trying to figure out again how we can kind of get around our small plan here. Trash the town. Could that work for us? I don't know. Or metaphoric blast. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of what we can do to fix our plan here. The plan does work somewhat, but it's at the same time, it's also still kind of clunky. Maybe we do need to put in more lands, though. Okay. So if we do that, I'd like to keep the Kina, though. Astonishing Ant-Man, we need a full set of those. Maybe drop 1 Innkeeper's Talent. And then we could put in 1 more Forest. Or... Actually, no, it's got to be a forest. I'm trying to think again, like, what we can do to kind of make those tweaks for us. And then because of that, I mean, we probably are not going to mess with the back part here all that much, only just because of how our deck is designed. So drop down the 1 Innkeeper's Talent. And then... Or maybe instead of the Bushwhack... I think I have another idea here. There's a cute little sloth that we can use as well. A Boreal Grazer. I usually don't use him too often, but he's not technically a mana dork, but he has a good blocker. Once we start getting counters on him, he actually can block, at least in the sky. So that probably solves our airborne issue, if you will. So keep that there. And then I think we should be okay for now. We'll keep those tweaks for now. Let's keep that for now. We'll try that. I'm willing to hear any suggestions about anything. If anybody out there is thinking like, if something is not working for us, let me know. But so far, I think that should be it. We are at now the 75% point of the live stream, everyone. So we'll hang in there a little bit more. We'll try to get a couple more games in going here. But after that, it's going to be it for today, everyone. So as much as I love to stream more for you guys, I have to, of course, take care of other things. And I realize also I'm a little behind on my current YouTube video that I'm putting together. But don't worry. That one should still at least go out Monday morning. If I'm lucky and I finish early, maybe even Sunday morning. But we'll see. Okay, so for now, so this change up, the reason why I'm doing it is creating tokens of other things will trigger off other things we do, but realistically, the 3 steps ahead provides us with a counterspell or card draw if we're kind of in a goofy spot. So that's the reason why I changed it to this. Cool. There's a sloth in. Okay, then we can surveil now. Okay, cool. So with that, we'll keep the rush. Okay. Our Boreal Grazer doesn't really do much on his own, but he has a good blocker. So he actually can be a decent creature to have for now. Okay, let's see if we can get through this, everybody. Maybe this change will help us out. We'll see. Okay, Willow Rush Verge. Alright. Play the Verge land. And pass the turn now. So at least we have good fixing. We can 3 steps ahead if we need to. And this can copy other things, like Ouroborate here. All depends on what our opponent does here. Eve's Guild Enforcer. Okay. We're going to get milled. Annoying, but not the worst. We lost a Grand and an Astonishing Ant-Man. That's unfortunate. So our opponent's playing Rogues. Rogues used to be a hot deck for a while, but Rogues kind of fell down once Graveyard Shenanigans started becoming stronger, because that just enables Graveyard decks to actually do their thing much faster. So that's why Rogues, from what I've seen, has kind of fallen off the map. But that actually does lead me to a question I want to ask all of y'all. So what is your favorite... Let's see, we'll do it this way. What is your favorite creature type overall, everyone? Do you enjoy, like, humans, rogues, worms, goblins, elves? Let me know in the comments below, everyone. I would love to hear from you on your favorite creature type. Ouroboros coming in. All right. Arboreal Grazer doing his thing. Take that, opponents. Haha. Arboreal Grazer. He might just be our savior. Okay. So for now, opponents, if they have spot removal, that might hurt Ouroboros, which they might have. No? Maybe? We'll see. What you got, opponent? 5 cards in hand. Nothing? Okay. Well, that helps us out a little bit there. So, play the Hedge Maze. What do we surveil? Okay, Growth Spiral. We'll keep that on top. If our opponent does their milling shenanigans, so be it. Okay. Ouroboros does his thing, so they get bigger. Nice. Okay. 3 cards. No attacks yet. I know they have something in hand. They have to. Sheoldred's Edict. Okay. So... what do we lose? It's got to be the Grazer. Sorry, little guy. Okay. Opponent has Edict effects. But they only have 1 black source open. I'm guessing they probably don't have the mana they want to actually cast the things they need. We'll see. Opponent. What else you got cooking up? Finish for anime. Birds are my favorite creature type. First time ever I got to Friday Night Magic standard win was my bird deck during Invasion and Odyssey. Ah, yes. Back in the good old days of classic Magic. Ever since, I've had a soft spot for birds. You know, now that you mentioned it, we haven't actually built a bird deck in a long time. Maybe we should consider doing one in the future. So for now, okay, Grand's going to get really big and beefy. Opponents, do you have anything in hand? Anything at all? Oh, they're thinking. You there, opponents? Hello? Opponent? Hello? Okay, that does trigger off. Oh, yes. Drown in the lock. Draw another card out of his desperation. Yes, we'll put that into play. Okay, but the trigger is still on the stack, so Grand does get bigger. She swings. She draws. Dang it. Okay, we'll throw away the Innkeeper's Talent. Okay. Block the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Nice. Okay. Okay, well, Grand is kind of holding it down. Sort of. I'm guessing our opponent is not getting what they need. Okay. Flitter Fling Nuisance. They have to remove a counter, but they can't do anything until they get that 3rd land drop. Huh. Okay. Let's see, opponents. Nothing? Do we untap? Maybe? Flitterwing. Okay, so for that, we got a counterspell now. Phew. Okay, well that's a 2-for-1 there, so take that, opponent. Too bad. Okay. Swing again. Draw more cards. Okay, cool. We got Ant-Man back. Opponent, do you block? If they do block, that does help us out a bit. But I'm guessing they're going to try to keep it alive. Okay, down to 10. Okay, last card we got. Astonishing Ant-Man. When this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, they draw 1 card. Just 1 card. But that's actually a lot of mana to invest to get 1 card.
This fight is already over.
Can't attack for a turn, that's fine. Grand doesn't need to. That's okay.
Distraction. I've outsmarted you this time.
Okay. Growth Spiral. Nice. Growth Spiral again. There we go. Make some tokens. Okay, so we're going to try to go wide for now. Just a little bit. If they blow up this version of Ant-Man, so be it. We have another one waiting in the wings. Affinity for anime. I got a Choco deck that's fun. Not consistent, but it gets a respectable amount of arena wins. I love those little birds. I really do. Maybe someday, if I can get the money for it, I would love to put together a Bant bird deck with that guy. What is it? I forgot the name of it. Is it Choco? That is right. Is it the Bant one that you can use for Commander? I should know this. Or at least I think I do. Okay, Gonti, Night Minister. Cool. We'll play with Kina. All right. And we still can't attack with that, but that's okay. So for now... So with our creatures. Turning off... Okay, so ticking up means that it's going to keep turning off Grand, which is beyond annoying, but that's not the worst. If we can just find a way to protect her for a turn, we should be able to get one free good swing in, and that should be able to cinch us the game. Opponent is tapped out. They block there. And block there, okay. Oh, nope. Okay. That's fine.
People are so rude these days.
Okay. They have to keep ticking up, though, to prevent Grand from swinging. Ugh. Gross. That's okay. No big deal. Opponent. Digging up still. That also leads me to another question I was going to ask everyone. I need to start going through our backlog of cards that I actually am interested in, but we haven't had a chance to get around. Would anybody be interested in seeing a ninja deck, but it's actually Kaido? Like literally all Kaidos, and just using ninja tokens to actually get through your victories. Let me know, everyone. I'm going to start putting up a poll of like random cards I've been interested in, but I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and go, oh, we definitely got to build around this. Try to see if we can start going through that. And then hopefully next month, we will get ready for our next, again, player stream. So for those of you that enjoyed that beforehand, once we got to Marvel, we'll try to do that again near this little Fireball's birthday. That's right. The Infernoman will have his birthday in just about a little over a month. So before then, we'll try to do at least one live stream we'll do, again, where all of you can face off against me with whatever deck you want to throw at me. Good decks, jank decks, stuff you want to experiment with, spicy homebrews, you name it. I'll give you the opportunity. We'll have fun with that again coming up soon. And don't worry, I'll announce officially the date and the time for that when we get closer to the day. Okay. But until then... Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to do this now. Opponents. They still have priority, so we can't make an action yet. I don't know what their last card is, though. But hopefully... Start doing our thing here. Maybe? Opponents? Come on. Okay, there we go. Pay that one. Make some tokens. If they blow up Ant-Man, if that's like removal, that's fine. We have another one in hand. I just wish I could move over Grand's tokens. Or I should say counters to Ant-Man. Then we can go do some crazy stuff. Okay. Opponent. Okay, cool. We made our tokens. That's cool. Block with one insect. We're just going to sponge hits for now while we can slowly but rebuild our value here. Affinity for anime. For best bird commanders, Bant are going to be either Choco or Derevi. Oh, that's right. I forgot Derevi. That's the one where he has an ability where it's annoying, right? He's the bird that has the ability that where you can cast him directly from the command zone onto the battlefield. Am I right? I can't look it up right now, but I think that's the one. Yeah. Falco Sparrow is a legendary Bant bird, but in my opinion, he doesn't really support birds. Yeah, I think he's the worst of the, the Capenna commanders. Like, nobody really plays with him, at least from what I've seen. I think the most popular one is Zeotora. I think that's the most popular one of the three. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Okay, in the meantime, Kaido's still doing stuff here. Oh, and our opponent gave up? Okay. Hey, I'll take that win. Yay! Yeah. Nice. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't deserve that win, but okay, I'll take it. A win's a win. All right. So, moving on here. Let's see, we can get in maybe like 2 more games, and that'll pretty much be it for today, everyone. So, let's see if we can go out strong. Get 2 more wins. 2 more wins. Just 2 more, everybody. Even if we don't get the wins, win or lose, we are still going to go out as strong as we can with what we have. In my opinion, I do think maybe tweaking the deck a little bit here probably did help us out a smidge. So maybe it was good to actually have the swap over from the learn cards to the actual counter spells. Feels a little better. Okay. It's okay. We got all of our lands here. That's good. Alright, stomping ground. That's cute. Okay, great. We actually did get an island here, so we'll pass there. So we'll get our ramp again. Going here. Sylvan Kyriad. That's fine. We'll consider... do we want another snake skin? We'll keep that on, just in case. Looks like our opponent's going to try to ramp, which is a little scary. Never really fond of ramp against us, but we'll try. Go here. Unexpected results. Oh boy. What are you trying to do? To get the Ugin. Jeez. Because that's totally fair. That's totally fair. Okay. So, all we can do now is just Growth Spiral and hope for the best here. Breeding Pool tapped. Okay. Gran. So from there, play Ant-Man. And then we pass here. Jeez. A turn 3 Ugin. Snakeskin Veil. We're still not giving up, though. We can hopefully get through this. Although they're going to be doing some stupid stuff here in just a moment. Okay. Is there a way around this? Innkeeper's Talent. Counter. Token. Gotta fight the Ugin. So a counter on that. Okay. So whatever they hit. Okay. 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 So we already had it down. Okay. And then we're going to lose everything right now because they're just going to take down. They have to. Yep. All right. God, it's so frustrating. Okay, so Ugin comes down, doing his thing. Can't touch the Arboroid, though, so we do have a shot here. Nice. Okay. So ticking up doesn't stop him. But he has to tick down completely and go almost losing all of his... Okay, so yeah, he does. Okay. Jeez. Gran. Trying our hardest here to stop Ugin. Some way, somehow. Gran. Anything else, opponents? Okay, so from here we will... Oh, we can't make it. Wait, that's... No, that's an ability. Okay, so we draw 2. Discard one of the Ant-Mans. Got another Ant-Man. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get through it Ugin. We're trying our hardest, everybody. We are really trying, but man, they've made it so, like, okay. Unexpected results. For those that don't know how we even got to this point, so they shuffle their library, reveal the top card. If it's a non-land card, they get it for free. And they managed to hit an Ugin, which is, I think, absolutely stupid that actually worked out that way. That just feels like completely unfair. See, so that's also another one of those decks that I'll say I'm, again, like, not fond of. I'm not fond of cheating stuff like out like that Maybe it's because I'm an old school player where I have again, and I know I ramble about this a lot, but I like to play fair Magic more often than not. Yes, we do play decks that sometimes cheat stuff out for free, but the fairer I can play, the more fun I have, because it feels more exciting for me to actually play and carving out and timing whether, you should tap out or not tap out, or maybe you're going to save up for your removal, or maybe like a card draw spell. So that's where I find more excitement with the game, where you can do things like that, when you cheat stuff out, it just feels like, okay, well, you just vomited out your whole hand and you just did your thing. But that's how I feel. I know some people may think differently than that, but that's how I feel. Play Grand starting off. And I forgot to mention, this is the final one, everyone. Win or lose. No matter what we do here now, we're going to see if we can try to squeeze out one more victory today. Just one more. Okay, land more elves, okay? It's fine. Hedge Maze. All right. Swing in. Draw another card. What do we throw away here? I guess we'll throw away one of the Arboreal Grazers. We don't need two. Okay. Hedge Maze. Clunky on the mana, but that's okay, everyone. We'll still make it work. Okay, Plains. Elected Company. Ugh. What are they getting? Find out. Angels. Okay. Well. Arboreal Grazer. Okay, we put out the Hedge Maze. We Surveil. Or Arboreal number 2. I guess we'll just leave it on top. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so... do we even bother attacking? No. No attacks. In theory, Ouroboros can help us out here, but if our opponent is going to start casting stuff like this, that's just not fun. See, again, this is, another example of like... okay, no, we're not dealing with this. We're not dealing with this! Ah! Okay, okay. Do over, everyone. Do over. I don't want to end it on a non-game there. That's not fun. Not fun at all. So we're going to try this again. We're going to try. We're not giving up just yet. I will want to get at least one more win today. We can get one more win. I know we can. Okay. Gonna maintain as much as we can. Okay. Gonna do it. Okay. We're gonna try here. Okay. Give me some excitement, everyone. We're gonna try to make this work. All right. Get the crowd riled up here. Gonna get this going here. We're gonna try. We're not giving up just yet. Breeding pool. Surveil. Okay. So throw away the island there. We don't need that many lands. We have enough of what we need here. We just need to protect Ant-Man here and we can start building up stuff. Okay, got a Hedge Maze. Let's see. Actually, we'll play that Hedge Maze. So we'll Surveil again. Oh boy, okay. Too many lands. Too many lands. Okay, come on, deck. We can rally together to get a victory here. I know we can. Up the beanstalk, okay? I'm also going to start doing some shenanigans. Got a Grand, okay. Astonishing Ant-Man. And a forest. Pass here. So little by little. Trying to build that value. Opponent, what you got? Overlord. Okay, well, here comes the milling. Okay. Mill. They mill. Okay, they got a Murderer's Cut. Interesting. Okay. Spot removal. As I figured, Murderer's Cut. Protect him. So, doesn't do anything. Okay. Draw another card. That's cool. We will Arboreal Grazer. You know what? We'll pay the life. Actually, I don't know why I did that. Oh, dang it. I did it again. Misrating my cards, everyone. Swing in here. Down at 17. It's okay. It's okay. We can still rally back. Opponents. They're trying. Abrupt Decay. Protection. Phew. Okay. Ant-Man still lives to see another day. Grand probably will not, however. Okay. Thoughtseize. Yeah, then we go to 15. Opponent, anything else? Opponent's trying. I'll say that. Down 3. Okay. Okay, we got 3 steps ahead. That's not too shabby. So... actually... Okay, we'll just swing still. Want to draw another card. Throw away the extra Grand. Bump some more. There we go. Down to 8. Okay, we are close. Can we survive, though? Opponents. Still got all of their stuff. Are they going to delve? Thoughtseize. Okay, so... Dang it, this is a tough call right here. Do we counter the spell? Do we make a copy of something? Do we discard and draw? Oh, I don't know what we do here, everybody. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. Oh, we have options here. We can copy to make something. We can counter the spell. Or we could try to draw into something else here. You know what? We're going to draw. Maybe, just maybe, we got something else. Drawing 2 cards deeper might help us out here. Okay, we throw away Growth Spiral. Dang. That does pump up Ant-Man a bit more. They throw away our other Ant-Man. That puts them at 6. Okay, do they have the removal? They have to have the removal. Okay. Own it. There's Sunder. Okay, there it was. Okay. Dang. Okay, got another land. Grand swings again. Draw another card. Okay, so we got another chance here. Down to 5. Oof. That was the game changer there. Okay, Scavenger Grounds. Overlord. Okay. They draw a card off of that, but we can counter it, so that's gone. Phew. Okay. Ooh, we're close. Does our opponent still have removal? Oh, they gotta have removal, don't they? They're delving, aren't they? Gurmag Angler. Wow, now that's a throwback. Dang, I haven't seen that in years. Okay, so we stumble now. Okay, well, we don't have an answer to Gurmag Angler, at least not in the main deck. So, oh, this is gonna stink. Now we don't have a way to fight through this. Terror Sunder. Maybe it would have been better for us to actually go wide with the tokens. Dredger's Insight. Okay. So yeah, opponent's just all in on Dredge. I didn't know they had Gurmag Angler already in an arena. Okay. Down to 13. They got a Cosmogoyf also. Growth Spiral, okay. Come on, deck. Ugh, that's not going to help me at all. No Grazer. Can't do anything with it. No attacks. Oof. Massive oof. Are we going to end up the stream losing again? Oh, man. Aw, I was hoping we were going to get some more wins here. Okay, so instead of playing the last card, got a Cosmogoyf, and I don't know what their final card is, but it looks like they're going to delve for another Angler. Okay. Alright, well, that's it, everybody. I mean, we can block still, but it does not look good at all for us. There's not much else we can really do. Exile all graveyards. Okay, that pumps up Cosmogoyf. Okay. They do some more milling. No blocks. Doesn't really matter now. Down to 3. 3 steps ahead. At this point, it's just a desperation move at this point on my end. Oh, there's the Ouroboros. Okay, well, not enough. Oh, what a heartbreaker that was. We had in there, we were trying to dig for the Ouroboros to bounce back, but dang, we lost so much now. All right, all right. Well, I'm going to have to go, everybody, so that's going to be it for today. Dang. Okay. Well, we didn't end on a good note today, but that's okay, everybody. Either way, let's talk about the decks overall. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, overall, Ant-Man's army, it's not it's an interesting deck that I was able to put together. I really tried my hardest not to fall into the pitfalls of, like Badger Mole Cubs and all the other stuff. I'm pretty sure that probably would give you more practicality with the deck, but I really just didn't want to do the same old that everyone else has been doing. So I tried to do at least something a little bit unique here. Having said that, if you do like what the deck is doing and maybe you want to play it around with some other options, yes, you can do this. So here's what I can recommend for you guys. If you do like either one, the upgraded one does feel better, but at the same time, I don't know. I still feel like I'm missing something from it overall. So I guess maybe somebody can chime in, or maybe if you take what I have and build it for yourself to see, maybe there might be something else in there. I mean, you kind of mix and match with what you want. So here's what I would say. If everyone's going to do this again one more time, and this is going to be the practical route. So yes, Badger Mole Cub. So Badger Mole Cub would replace Growth Spiral here, giving you at least another way to pump out more value, because then you could tap your stuff down for additional mana, and then you can actually do some more crazier stuff. With that, then you would probably get rid of a Boreal Grazer, and then you would probably get the Llanowar Elves. So if you were to do that, yeah. So it's not going to be the most inventive one, but the idea here is, again, Elves are down, Yakina down, you start putting all your other stuff into play here. You then could cut back again, put in the Innkeeper's Talent just to get more value one more time, and then you can do it this way. So for this variant here, you will have to adjust your mana base just a smidge here. Go down to 3 islands, put up to 5 on your forests. I don't really have much to say about this version here with this. But with this, ideally, you'd be able to start tapping your mana faster to get all of these together. So at least that's how I perceive it. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me check the clock real quick. Hold on. Huh. Maybe we can actually squeeze in one more. Okay. I don't expect to win with this one, but here's what we're going to try one more time. Just one more time. We're going to do those small little tweaks I just did right now, and we'll see if that actually could make a difference. Maybe it will, but maybe it won't. Okay, so it's here. This is just, again, a bonus one, everyone. Bonus one, and then that'll be it for today, I swear. We'll see if we can try to get at least one more here. Just a small little tweak, and we'll see if that's enough. I know, the deck kind of now looks like a clunky, not standard, but kind of standard deck. But bear with me here. Maybe this can work. Maybe. Okay, so from there... Opponents. Wait, did we play against this guy already? I thought we did. Okay, well, either way. Okay, Grand again. Opponent, what you got? They're Optin. Okay. So from here, Grand down. And I think Badger Mole Cub will have to be what we do on the next turn. And then we should have enough mana to start casting our other things. Okay, Hedge Maze. So from there... See what our opponent does. Yeah, they're playing with some mono blue shenanigans again. Okay, we'll draw a card. And I guess we'll toss away... What do we toss away here? Ugh. Not too many options I want to throw away here, but... Throw away one of our 3 steps ahead. Okay, opponents. Most likely nothing. Ugh. I don't want to do it this way, but we're going to have to pass. I assume with 2 islands out, they got counter spells. Sphinx is Tutelage, okay. Alright. So, from here... How do we want to do this? Okay, Forest. Badger Mole Cub. Willow Rush Verge. Astonishing Ant-Man. Okay. Swing. Draw a card. Throw away the extra Ant-Man. Okay. Nice. Down to 18. Alright, so... So they're going to try to start milling us out here. But we'll see if we can get around it. At least now we actually do have the mana we need. Otawara. Fraying Sanity. Okay. Opponents. More Millen. Another Ant-Man. Okay. Pump it up. Okay, get the maze down. Ironically, we actually don't want to surveil all that much because we really need to hold on to all of our cards. So for now... Okay, so Innkeeper's Talent. Do you have a counterspell, opponent? Maybe? Because now we got to be super aggressive. And then... tick up. Pump up. Anything else about it? Nope. Yes. Oop. Maybe they do have a counterspell? Okay, so the Fading Hope. Okay. I knew they had to have something in hand. Swing. Down to 12. It's not impossible for us to win this. Okay, Tutelage. Triggers again. Okay. Man, if we were a monocolor deck, we'd be completely hosed right now. Okay, Opt. Okay. Opponent's digging for an answer. Maybe the changes we did help us out. Okay. We're at 34. Opponent has 4 mana open. Slide a hand. Okay. Opponent is trying. They're trying to find an answer, I think. But if they're all mono blue mill, maybe, just maybe, we have a shot. Not a big one, but maybe we do. I'm hoping. Okay, opponent, what else you got? Anything else? Oh boy. Oh man. Question for everybody while we're waiting it out. So, what are you looking forward to with the Hobbit set coming out, everyone? Let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you about what you are looking forward to, again, with the Hobbit. We had actually quite a few cards revealed to us, so I decided to start going through all of it. Ooh, Jace. Okay.
I'll take note of all your
Opponent is going to try to mill us all out here completely. Yes? Yeah.
surrender every last
Okay.
thought.
And that forces us to get milled to 8. Oh boy. Okay, so from here... Okay, I guess we're going to have to do it this way. Hedge Maze. Keep the island on top. Max value. And then Grand returns. Oh, oh man, down to 1. Oh dear. So does that mean next turn we lose? Oh. Our opponent, well, they probably have us. Consider, okay. Literally down to 5 cards. And then, is that it? Are we dead? Down to 2. 3 cards in hand, opponents. 1 life. Riverturn Monument. Oh dear. So Riverturn Monument. If that kills us, literally 1 card in hand. Last one, and that's it. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, another sad one there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, I'm done, everybody. I'm done. I'm tired of losing. I'm probably gonna have to just rank up on my own free time. So, okay, so one more time, everybody. The changes there did feel a little bit good there. I don't know if that was actually going to be the best way to do it, but man, we still couldn't get a win there. But you get the idea, everybody. If you still like the decks in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to leave the original builds for everybody, the OG versions of it with the lesson learned package in the details below if you're interested in that. If you want to play around with the decks, take what we had today and maybe morph it into something that may be more beneficial for you. Or again, if you just like them as is, they're more than happy for you to use at your leisure. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today, everybody. We were really trying right there to get some more wins, but man, we just could not muster up any more. Dang. All right, well, I guess that's just going to be it for me today, everybody. But before I go, since you've stuck around this far into the live stream, my true fiery friends, here's some ideas as to what we're going to be looking forward to for the next couple of streams. So it's next week. I haven't had the chance to build it yet, but I do want to build around Shuri, the Black Panther. So this version of Black Panther, I think, will also be something that we can actually put together something really fun with. We did actually an artifact deck already, but this one is a little bit more unique because she can actually do some more unique stuff because she actually has colors that the Vision himself probably would like to have as well. So we're going to play around with that a little bit. I'm also going to try to see if I can build together a card that I've really wanted to build something around that's actually going to be absolutely nasty to play against, which is going to be a deck that focuses on land destruction. I know we've seen variants out there already, but I want to put together my own that I think we could do on a budget. I don't know what format it is yet. It's probably going to either be Pioneer or Historic just to get all the cards valid, but we're going to try that out. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I'm going to try. We'll see what happens after that. Otherwise, as far as I mentioned earlier from the last stream, we're going to finish up the rest of the editing I need to do today, along with maybe I need to might re-record some stuff, but we have an Heroic Auras deck. So again, this is an Aura deck, mono white. It's all free, no rares, no mythics, and you can play this in standard right now. So this will be something we'll talk about more in depth with the video coming out soon. So that should be coming out again Sunday or Monday morning as soon as I can finish it up, everybody. But that's going to be it for today, everyone. Thank you one more time to everybody that has been here for me today. Let's see. Oh, Affinity for Anime. Fine. I'm always looking for upgrades for my elf decks, and the Hobbit will deliver. Yes, if you're looking for elves, the Hobbit will definitely have all of that and then some. So definitely check that out. All right, but otherwise, I got to go, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. Thank you one more time to everyone who was here with me on the stream today. So again, shout outs to everyone that was in the chat today, like Morbid Nymph, Affinity for Anime, Crawfish Cigarette. Thanks again for popping in. Run Grumpy Gamer 2. Good luck to you on your draft. Hopefully you have a great time. Let me know how it goes when you do pop into the stream whenever you can at another point. And then also for the others, again, 04FF's Roost Stars, thanks again for being there as well. Those of you that were chatting with me over on Instagram or at least lurking over there, appreciate you guys as well. So I see on there, well, again, KWall, MTG. Sorry I didn't get a chance to say anything until a little bit later on. Maybe I missed your comment earlier, but I still appreciate you again for popping in just the same. Thanks again for everybody else that also is watching me across the other parts of my socials, such as not only Instagram, but also X, and Twitch, and YouTube. And if you missed anything, all of the replay footage, everything on there will be located on the details below, whichever platform you're on, but primarily everything will be on YouTube permanently and X if you want to chat with me at any given time. But otherwise, that's it for today, everyone. One more time, thank you again. Appreciate all of you that were with me today. And again, hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again very soon. But before we go, as always, I want to leave you with one final thought, your moment of zen, if you will. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We will see you again next week, everybody. Later.